Hi guys, welcome to the channel of love. Okay, it's Monday. I'm going to do a free flow reading using the Druid Craft Tarot. Now I have two other packs of tarot on the table, the Rider-Waite Tarot and the Psychic Tarot, and I just had a quick look as I was moving them out the way to see what the bottom of the decks were. We have a Triumphant Success, the Ace of Swords, and we have the Two of Cups here. So the Ace of Swords is about resurrection. The Two of Cups, we know what the Two of Cups is all about. The divine masculine, divine feminine energy. I was just about to put that so I could see it. Let's just leave it undercover for a bit longer. Okay, seriously? How long is this connection going to be undercover for? Let's have a look at the Druid Craft Tarot. Now later on I am planning on working on sharing some material regarding the root chakra. I just want to do a little bit more work on it so that we can understand and understand our root chakra more and know how to, what we can do to help ourselves, to bring ourselves into balance, because with it being the root chakra, if that's out of balance, then the rest of your chakras are not going to be aligned. Okay, anyway, we're going to do a collective reading first on this Monday. These cards feel like they don't really want to budge. Come on. Okay, look at the image here. Five of Cups, that is. Okay, let's just have a free flow reading. Are we recording? We are. It's about the balance, divine feminine. Okay, so it feels very much that we need to work on us, the divine feminine aspect of us, and we need to bring that into balance here, balancing out the masculine and feminine energies, and we need to really start with the root chakra. Okay, choppy times are in the back there for someone, not you, divine feminine. Not if that's really weird, because I felt, first of all, I was taken to this pentacle here. The nails do need doing. Okay. I need to buy some nail varnish remover first. It's on the list for today. Anyway, pentacle. Now you can see that they're meant to represent, what, two balls that she's juggling. But actually I feel like she's just focusing on this pentacle, on this ball, and then the other, it feels like giving and receiving. The other one will receive. Wisdom is in that tree. It's on that branch. Wisdom. The wisdom of giving and receiving. Okay. But I feel like the feminine's there and she's like kind of just focusing on keeping, okay, interesting. This is your left side. I don't know my left and right. Listen, stick with me. Okay. Your left side. Okay. The left side of the brain. Now, let's see if we can do some research into the left side of the brain. It's 10:30. Okay, let's have a look. But that would actually be her right side. Okay, just because I was demonstrating my left side. I feel like we're balancing out the left and the right side of our brains. So let's find out what the difference is. Left and right brain. Okay. Left brain versus right brain. What's the difference? Healthline. Let's go there. Cool. Okay. How the human brain works. The human brain is an intricate organ. At approximately 3 pounds, it contains about 100 billion neurons and 100 trillion connections. Your brain is command central of all you think, feel and do. Your brain is divided into two halves, or hemispheres. Within each half, particular regions control certain functions. The two sides of your brain look very much alike, but there's a huge difference in how they process information. Despite their contrasting styles, the two halves of your brain don't work independently of each other. Different parts of your brain are connected by nerve fibres. If a brain injury severed the connection between sides, you could still function, but the lack of integration would cause some impairment. The human brain is constantly reorganizing itself. It's adaptable to change, whether it's physical or through life experience. It's tailor-made for learning. As scientists continue mapping the brain, we're gaining more insight into which parts control necessary functions. This information is vital to advancing research into brain diseases and injuries and how to recover from them. Okay. Left brain versus right brain theory. Okay. Well, it's showing me, but I'm not sure which one's the left or the right. Okay. The theory is that people are either left-brained or right-brained, meaning that one side of their brain is dominant. If you're mostly analytical and methodical in your thinking, you're said to be left-brained. Okay. Which I feel here is thinking in words, sequencing, linear thinking, mathematics, facts, and logic. So if you're mostly analytical and methodical in your thinking, you're said to be left-brained. If you tend to be more creative or artistic, you're thought to be right-brained. Feelings, visualization, imagination, intuition, rhythm, holistic thinking, and arts. I would like to think that maybe I am more right-brained. Okay, which is the hand that she's holding out here. And catching this little pentacle. Okay, so feelings, visualization, imagination, intuition, rhythm, holistic thinking, and arts. And I said that I wanted to put more creativity into what I want to deliver when it comes to information regarding the root chakra. Okay, so I'm getting a bit more creative. I'm not just going to give you the facts. Well, I am, but it's like, it's a bit of a mixture, okay, because it's facts, logic. I want to give you all the information, but in a way that you're going to hopefully remember. Okay. This theory is based on the fact that the brain's two hemispheres function differently. This first came to light in the 1960s thanks to the research of psychobiologist and Nobel Prize winner Roger W. Sperry. The left brain is more verbal, analytical, and orderly than the right brain. It's sometimes called the digital brain. It's better at things like reading, writing, and computations. According to Sperry's dated research, the left brain is also connected to logic, sequencing, linear thinking, mathematics, facts, and thinking in words. The right brain is more visual and intuitive. It's sometimes referred to as the analog brain. It has a more creative and less organised way of thinking. That's my side. Sperry's dated research suggests the right brain is also connected to imagination, holistic thinking, intuition, arts, rhythm, non-verbal cues, feelings, visualizations, and daydreaming. Okay. We know the two sides of our brain are different, but does it necessarily follow that we have a dominant brain just as we have a dominant hand? Okay. Should we carry on? Let's carry on. Yes, we're nearly there. The two hemispheres are tied together. Oh, hold on. I've just missed out a paragraph. A team of neuroscientists set out to test this premise. After a 2-year analysis, they found no proof that this theory is correct. Magnetic resonance imaging of 1,000 people revealed that the human brain doesn't actually favour one side over the other. The networks on one side aren't generally stronger than the networks on the other side. The two hemispheres are tied together by bundles of nerve fibres, creating an information highway. Although the two sides function differently, they work together and complement each other. You don't use only one side of your brain at a time. Whether you're performing a logical or creative function, you're receiving input from both sides of your brain. For example, the left brain is credited with language, but the right brain helps you understand context and tone. The left brain handles mathematical equations, the right brain helps out with comparisons and rough estimates. General personality traits, individual preferences, or learning style don't translate into the notion that you're left-brained or right-brained. Still, it's a fact that the two sides of your brain are different, and certain areas of your brain do have specialities. The exact areas of some functions can vary a bit from person to person. Okay. I'm going to carry on reading. It's a really good article, and it's going to give us some tips now. I thought we was working on the root chakra, but apparently we're having a look at the left and the right side of the brains. Okay. Let's carry on, Lucy. Okay, tips for keeping your brain sharp. According to the Alzheimer's Association, keeping your brain active may help increase vitality and possibly generate new brain cells. They also suggest that a lack of mental stimulation may increase the risk of developing Alzheimer's disease. That actually comes in with the chapter I was reading from How to Raise Your Own Salary, and it spoke about an idle mind is not good. Okay. Here are a few tips to keep your brain stimulated. Tips and tricks. Spend some time each day reading, writing, or both. Never stop learning. Take a class, go to a lecture, or try to acquire a new skill. Tackle challenging crossword and Sudoku puzzles. Play memory games, board games, card games, or video games. Take on a new hobby that requires you to focus. In addition to thinking exercises, your brain benefits from a good physical workout. Just 120 minutes. I was wondering if that was a day. That's like, seriously, 2 hours a day? It's not. It's just 120 minutes of aerobic exercise a week can help improve learning and verbal memory. Avoid junk food and be sure to get all the essential nutrients you need through diet or dietary supplements. And of course, aim for a full night's sleep every night. Here are some tips for boosting your creativity. If you're trying to nourish your creative side, here are a few ways to get started. Read about and listen to the creative ideas of others. You might discover the seed of an idea you can grow or set your own imagination free. Try something new. Take up a creative hobby, such as playing an instrument, drawing, or storytelling. A relaxing hobby can help your mind wander to new places. Look within. This can help you gain a deeper understanding of yourself and what makes you tick. Why do you gravitate towards certain activities and not others? Keep it fresh. Break your set patterns and go outside your comfort zone. Take a trip to a place you've never been. Immerse yourself in another culture. Take a course in a subject you haven't studied before. Tips and tricks. When you get new ideas, write them down and work on developing them further. Brainstorm. When faced with a problem, try to find several ways to get to a solution. When doing simple chores, such as washing the dishes, leave the TV off and let your mind wander to new places. Rest, relax, and laugh to let your creative juices flow. Even something as creative as music takes time, patience, and practice. The more you practice any new activity, the more your brain adapts to the new information. The bottom line. Whether you're working out a complicated, algebraic equation, or painting an abstract work of art, both sides of your brain are actively participating and providing input. You're not truly left-brained or right-brained, but you can play to your strengths and continue broadening your mental horizons. A normal, healthy brain is capable of lifelong learning and boundless creativity. I'm just smiling because I was actually looking for a thumbnail yesterday to kind of to use when we're kind of like, not as in study group, because I feel that's when I'm reading the books, but this is kind of like I don't know, Learn with Lucy, kind of. That's what I was going to call it. It did come to mind, but I'm not going to call it. But I think I'm going to call it the Channel of Love Academy. Okay, but the actual thumbnail I had up, the picture I had was like, Never Stop Learning. And it actually made note of that there. It's like, never stop learning. Okay. Interesting. Interesting. Two of Pentacles, Divine Feminine. Can you see what maybe I'm trying to say now? So I feel like this is the logical side of the brain and this is the creative side of the brain. Okay, you're focusing more on your creative side of the brain, but I feel like the logic would drop in because I felt like something was coming. The wisdom will be dropping in to your hands, but it feels like you're to open up your creative juices. Okay, Two of Pentacles. Let's read this card. Balance, trust, and playfulness. A need to seek balance in your life requires trust and playfulness rather than concentration or caution. Material wealth and practical matters, juggling 2 or more jobs, homes, or demanding relationships. Juggling a number of factors in your life may be a joy for you rather than a burden. So I feel like you're keeping yourself busy, Divine Feminine. Okay. Good going. Trying to ignore everything that's going on in the background and you're just focusing on, I want to say understanding yourself more. Now we have the Lord, the Divine Masculine. Now I felt like this has something to do with him in the background. Shipwreck was coming up. And we have the Lord here. How's he looking? He's looking, well, straight at me. Okay, he's wide-eyed. Bright-eyed and bushy-tailed, is he? I can't see his tail, sorry. He needs to get in touch with his storytelling, his creative side. I do feel like the masculine needs to adapt, and accept, and embrace his creative side. His storytelling skills. It spoke about storytelling. Okay, the Lord. Let's carry on. I'll read what's up with you in a minute. Let's get one more card. The Tower. Okay, what's gone on? Now I'm picking up on this state in the background. And then we have the Tower. I actually felt like these guys falling out of the tower had actually been smoked out. So it's kind of like it just got to, I'm feeling suffocation, not being able to breathe. The Divine Masculine feels as if he's suffocated. Okay. So it feels like he doesn't have, well, he feels he doesn't have a choice. This could come in with finding, when a problem arises, see if you can come up with a few different areas of solutions. He's looking for a solution. Let's read what the Lord wants to say, which is the Divine Masculine's card. It's the Emperor. The lighting's not great. It's okay. We will manage. Take control of your life and offer clear and firm boundaries to those who depend on you. Lead your life by being true to your values and you will accomplish great things. Interesting. I feel like Divine Feminine. Do you need the Divine Masculine? You're juggling things on your own. You're not allowing what's going on. You're looking straight ahead, like he is, really. But you're not focusing on past events. A masculine power, fatherhood, leadership, protection, boundaries, accomplishments, and order. So he may, because he's feeling suffocated here, feels very much as if he actually needs more balancing out than what you do, Divine Feminine. The structure needed for success. The Lord's strong will, rational thinking. That comes in with the left side of the brain. Okay, excuse me. The long strong will. The Lord's strong will, rational thinking, and adherence to principles must be tempered by the lady's passion and feeling. Oh, okay. You can kind of see what's going on. Divine Feminine, work on your passion, your feelings, your creativity side. Divine Masculine's in his analytical mind. Okay. So the Lord's strong will, related rational thinking and adherence to principles must be tempered by the lady's passion and feeling. A father figure, employer or authority figure, or government or official body. You may be called upon to act responsibly and in line with your values. If you are in a position of leadership, did you hear that brake? Someone pulled the brakes on the bike outside. Okay. If you are in a position of leadership, don't be afraid to act with clarity and integrity for the greater good. What's going on, Divine Masculine? I'm feeling as if the Divine Masculine feels like maybe you don't need him, but it's like he's needing you. You're needing to temper out this strong will that he has. It's stubbornness, guys. Okay. A stubbornness to budge. Feels very much as if he's very rigid. It sounds like an overactive root chakra. We'll deal with that later. When I get the video out, we will talk about that. Okay. They can have really rigid boundaries that, you know, they're not willing to adjust. They don't like change. Okay, the Tower. Did we finish reading? Yes, we did. About the Emperor, the Lord, sorry. The Tower. Let's have a look at the Tower here. You are blessed with Awen. Fury may precede grace. Okay. Grace is the Divine Feminine's energy. Okay, she's in this gracefulness, settled into this energy. So Fury comes before, okay, the Divine Masculine can actually, he's wanting to deal with grace, you, the Divine Feminine. But Fury comes first. Well, it may. Fury may precede grace. Destruction may precede creation. So it feels like the Divine Masculine self-destructing, Divine Feminine, you're very creative, or you have the ability to tap into your creative juices right now. Okay. The work of liberation, deepening and illumination progresses. Wow. So the Divine Masculine is deepening, being illuminated. He's going deeper and deeper here, guys. The work of liberation, freeing himself, deepening and illumination progresses. Feels very much like the Divine Masculine is becoming more and more awake every day. He's feeling quite suffocated. Feels like he's being smoked out. He's going to have to get out, like, I don't know, out of his box, out of his cave, off that ship that he's on. It's sinking. Should we carry on? We can use the other cards. No, we'll carry on with these ones. See if we can pull 3 more. Yeah, there it is. We picked that up. Well, I picked that up straight away from the book. 5 of Cups, Divine Masculine. Where are you looking? Not looking at the 2 of Cups. But the bottom of the deck's over there was the Resurrection and the 2 of Cups. So he's thinking about it. Not really looking at this pile of crap, apparently. That's there. It's all a bit crappy. And he's just cloaked up. 2 of Cups are behind him. Let's find out some more. Conflict. Fighting. I felt like he's actually looking, because he's not looking at the 2 of Cups here, and he's looking at the fish, and he could be thinking, plenty more fish in the sea. Now, I'm not sure if that's kind of him trying to get over the Divine Feminine, because he's feeling that the Divine Feminine has got over him. So it feels a bit like, well, there's plenty more fish in the sea. She's going to find someone who's worthy of her. So he's kind of smoking himself out. Oh, he could be smoking quite heavily, okay, to deal with this. He's being a bit of a chicken, look. It's like he's trying to ignore it and you can't. The internal battle here is, but it feels like, well, there's plenty more fish in the sea. So he's kind of like, I'll get over this in time. I'm sure the Divine Feminine's got over it. It feels like she's got over me. And I feel like he feels you've moved on. It's just an energy he's picking up on. Okay, 5 of Wands. Divine Masculine, these are not good cards. Well, they are, because Fury precedes grace and destruction precedes creation. Divine Feminine, I believe that you're creating your own world. Okay, a whole new world. For you and me. Okay. 9 of Swords. It's you, Divine Feminine, now. So I feel like you're still needing... I like the way that she's sitting, okay, in the bed, because for me it denotes the root chakra. Building on your foundations, okay? Just how she's sitting, it just reminds me of when you want to ground yourself and it's like you're going to get that root chakra right into the ground here. She's got a red cushion behind her. Interesting, because I feel like you're trying to remain balanced, okay, especially during the day. Not sure what happens at night time. I might not actually want to take this as a negative card today, because I've picked up on her position and she's holding her head. And I feel that the head, where she's holding it, would be just up from the third eye into the crown chakra. So that talks about alignment, Divine Feminine. From the base, the root chakra, all the way up to the crown. Okay, becoming aligned. And I feel like this is you actually doing the work. What are the swords on the background? I want to say that's every time that you have overcome and defeated a challenge. Okay. There might only be a couple of more challenges left. It might just be about this alignment here. Knowing your stuff. Knowing you and how you operate and how, I want to say, your chakras are the reception. The reception to your energy field. Okay. Just let the words come out. Should we read these 3 then? 5 of Cups, Divine Masculine. Can hear doggies barking in the distance. It reminds me of like 101 Dalmatians when they send out the call. Okay. A sense of loss. He's sensing the loss. Unnoticed opportunity and inheritance. A sense that something has been taken against your wishes. Disappointment, bereavement or betrayal. You may have acted in anger and are realising the consequences. Fear of desertion seems to have materialised. Feel like you've been deserted. The Divine Masculine feels like he's been deserted now. He's suffocating. Shifting focus from your losses to your gifts that life offers. Legacies and inheritances. I feel like he feels as if he's lost the one good thing that he ever received in this life, and that was you, Divine Feminine. 5 of Wands. Oh, we have creative conflict. It's because he's in his analytical mind. Creative conflict, playful struggle, and competition. Meaning, you will find yourself in conflict with others, although it might not be serious yet. A tussle with work colleagues or friends, or a power struggle or battle of wits. A playful situation or a sexual relationship involving fiery, wild activities. I do feel there is this sexual frustration coming through from the Divine Masculine, and the thoughts of, it feels as if the sense of loss, the thought of somebody else having that connection with you is, he's furious. inside. But he's kind of like, oh, it's okay, it's just a playful struggle, and it's because he's not allowing himself to play. Now we have the Nine of Swords here, but I feel like this is, I'm going to read it, but Divine Feminine, I feel this has something to do with you aligning your root to your crown. Nine of Swords. Okay. Here we are. Sorrow, anguish, and mental cruelty. Mental anguish and suffering. The torment faced at the end of a relationship or following a bereavement or separation. This period will come to its natural completion and you will enter a brighter phase. And that's what you're doing. You're aligning yourself now, Divine Feminine. Okay. You don't want to be sitting in this mental anguish and suffering. Been there, done that. Now, how do we clear it? The torment faced at the end of a relationship or following a bereavement or separation. This period will come to its natural completion and you will enter a brighter phase. A sharp mind can wound unintentionally. Unless you're picking up on some thoughts, this might be why you might feel quite heavy and foggy, and it could be all this cloudiness being smoked out. That's kind of fogging your mind. A sharp mind can wound unintentionally. So if you work on your creative side, and for one, don't take things personally, okay, just deal with your own personal stuff. But it feels like there are comments, fury. He's furious. You might feel as if the Divine Masculine is angry and upset at you. He is. He's not. He's upset at himself. But because you're coming off as being more balanced than him at the moment, you're dealing with situations quite calmly. Feels very much as if what's she creating now? He knows very well that a girl like you is not just going to sit still. Okay, let's have a look at the Two of Cups then. So we've got the Two of Pentacles. Okay, so what the conflict is not wanting to be spoke about. Stubbornness. Power of the wits. Oh, okay. Yeah, he's craving romance. He's not feeling satisfied, and he has this pull. Another card here. He has this pull to come out of hermitage and come to you, Divine Feminine. I can't get no. No. Hang on. Is there a solution? Yeah. Okay. We got the Hermit. He's got his star there. He's not really looking at it. He doesn't really want to give it eye contact. The head's still down a bit while he's on his horse here. The horse is going, come on, let's go. I know exactly where to go. Okay. It's the most passionate night in the card. The most passionate night ever. Okay. He's not wanting anyone else to have those passionate nights, is he? No. But he's in hermitage. So now what? He's put himself in the dark. He's seeing the light because you, Divine Feminine, are ascending. You're rising. You're rising to the top. The cream of the crop will rise to the top. The Lord. Okay, Divine Masculine. You look like you've got a battering hat on that you're going to ram whoever comes near. You're not happy. You've got this wand. Okay, you're holding it. So it's like behind the scenes, you're having a good think and you're infuriating yourself with thoughts of passionate nights that you wish to have. And it's like, well, what's my Divine Feminine doing? But when it actually comes to doing it in the physical, it's like he needs some confidence. He's got his red cape on. So you're looking at the chakras that are shouting out is the root chakra, the heart chakra, and the throat chakra. But he needs a bit of a kick because you've got the yellow here of the solar plexus, and that will give you your willpower. Okay, that gives you the confidence, the determination. It's when you're looking forward, to the future. You have something to look forward to. Yes, you do. Okay, the Lord. Yeah, stability, the legacy, inheritance. You need to be strong. Putting your foot down on them dragons, I feel that these are inner demons that the Divine Masculine's dealing with. The Emperor with the Divine Masculine card, which is the King of Pentacles, the most stable king within the deck. Difference between these two, ego. Stubbornness, because the Emperor's stubborn. The King of Pentacles is the Divine Father. Okay, Tower, that's what he's looking at. Feels like he's not going to, but it feels like he is, well, he's trying to let it go. It's like he's letting it slip through his fingers. He doesn't want this, but that's just the emotional state. He's feeling such a sense of loss, as if something's been taken away from him. So he may have been thinking a bit too long, rather than being creative. He's just been sitting in his logical mind, thinking he may have been ready to take action. And then all of a sudden he's like, oh, I feel like I can't. I don't feel that she's available anymore. Okay. Been sitting in your head for too long, Divine Masculine. So it feels like, okay, well, have I just allowed that to slip through my fingers? Well, let's have a look. The Star. The Tower with the Star. The Star card is your inspiration, your creativity, your imagination. When you're wishing upon a star, he's realising what his wishes are. Is it too late? Too late to apologise. It's too late. Well, with an attitude like that, it's not going to get you far, is it? It's too late to apologise. Never. Okay. You're very balanced here, Divine Feminine, in the Star energy. Feels like you're not focusing very much on the Divine Masculine at all. No, because you're focusing on your own mental clarity. Let's have a look at the Five of Cups. The Divine Masculine feels there's a loss. Something's been taken away from him against his will. Yes, it will be, because you've got too strong a will, Divine Masculine, stubbornness. So the Star will be taken away from you. You're not allowed it. Not with that attitude. Okay, so you're going to have to get creative. If you want, it feels like you're going to have to get creative before the Divine offers you the confidence to go after your star. Justice. So Justice, Divine's definitely weighing this out, balancing things out for the Divine Masculine's resurrection. He's got himself in a bit of a state today. Okay, he's not seeing things. You can see that the veil is up. He's not seeing things clearly, and he won't until he changes his attitude. Well, we have the conflict here. Five of Wands. Yeah, Divine Masculine needs to be balanced. He's got to not be afraid of, let me have a look. He's very close to the edge there. He's close to wanting to dip his toes in the water. And he needs to be balanced. And I feel the dipping the toes in the water is to feel the temperature of it. So he's feeling a loss at the moment. And it's like if he inquires, he might hear But I feel like that maybe someone else is chasing after you, Divine Feminine, trying to catch you. It's like, that's my fish. That's what the masculine's thinking. That's my fish there. And it's like, he's got 2 cups there. Okay, something about the fish going in the cups. So this could be, if this isn't about someone else chasing after you, it feels like he knows he is going to have to capture both of you. It's something to do with the heart. You capture each other's hearts. But he's got 2 cups ready. So now I'm feeling like he's going to go fishing. Now, if you go fishing, especially into the Divine Feminine's life, you could, you're wanting to know what the Divine Feminine's up to, what are her ideas, what inspires her, what turns her on. So if you go and dip your toes into that, he's feeling as if he's going to be told bad news that he just can't deal with. So it's the fear of rejection, and the fear of, that he's been like deserted. So Temperance is here, helping the Divine Masculine out with this internal conflict he's got going on, a battle. It's like he's trying to pretend that it doesn't matter. It does matter. So my Feminine, you're here in the 9 of Swords. And I feel you're working on yourself, your own self-healing. And the Divine Masculine, he's been held in the Hangman. He has to pause for reflection. I do feel he's picking up. It's like he's upside down, alignment here, okay? When the Hangman's like that, it means he's ready, he's enlightened. So, interesting. So I feel that you're coming from the base, working up to the crown, and I feel the Masculine's coming from the crown. You're meeting the heart space. Right in the middle. This is about alignment, guys. And you're doing a lot of work here, and it feels like it's being transmuted to the Divine Masculine through this tree. You know, if you talk to the trees, they like communicate to each other. So send a message. Say to the tree, could you deliver this message for me, please? And, okay. They go straight to work, you just don't ask. So there's alignment here. Interesting that you can see this is what's happening. Because the purple behind the Divine Masculine, he's getting closer and closer. It's like that veil is getting thinner and thinner for the masculine. Really good reading. I think so. The Hierophant. Look, they're the masculines there. Okay, so we know now that the Divine Masculine is being looked after by the Divine. Okay. The cross keys here. Okay, masculine, feminine energies. There needs to be the balance there. Interested in picking up on their attire. So I feel that one's going to be the logical mind, one's going to be the creative mind. Okay, just waiting for the go ahead. This is a challenge. This is a challenge that the Divine Masculine needs to find a solution. The Resurrection is at the bottom here. The Universe, movement, choices and decisions. Divine Feminine, you get yourself aligned. Let's read this, okay? Because this is you. You're at the World card, the last card of the tarot. You're ready to go on for your new beginning. Now, I feel like it's something to do with you needing to clear your mind. Why? Because it's the Divine Masculine's mind that's really fogged up. So the Divine Masculine's mind's really fogged up. You're working from the base upwards, which, let's continue to do that. But you're very much needing alignment because you're needing to clear the fogginess. $21. And it's like you know that you need to work on this now and you're wanting to. It's like you're a willing participant. It's 11:11. Okay. Divine Feminine, you've come far on your journey, and it's time to be rewarded for your efforts. This card symbolises completion, triumph, peace, liberation and fulfilment. Everything you stride for is within your reach. Meet it halfway and grab it. So we're working down to that heart chakra, okay, or up to the heart chakra. The universe is the last of the major arcana cards and reflects the work that you've accomplished on your travels, but more importantly, it represents the wisdom that you've gained along the way. You should now honour and acknowledge the truly wonderful soul that you are and accept the vital part that you play in the bigger scheme of life. The world is yours to command, and you're free to travel in whatever direction your heart desires. You're connected to everything in the cosmos. The universe card is a reminder that the same energy making up the stars in the sky the same energy that courses through the universe and in each and every individual. Okay. So it's all the same energy. Let's read this without breaking it up. The universe card is a reminder that the same energy making up the stars in the sky, the same energy that's coursing through the universe, is in each and every individual. In ancient times, many believed that each star was the soul of one person. They also believed that these souls shined so brightly to guide others through the darkness, and so too can your wise soul. The World card, that's beautiful. Divine Masculine, movement, choices, decisions, Two of Pentacles, which is what we started the reading off with the Divine Feminine. Okay, Two of Pentacles. Shine bright like a diamond. This card indicates a time of movement. Significant changes and choices must be made. Is he looking at them wedding rings there? I'm not sure. He's looking at the little bud. Maybe he wants some weed. A little bud, a little bit of bud. Could be a beer, Budweiser, come on. I was taken to the green. Green, green grass of home. Okay. This card indicates a time of movement. Significant changes and choices must be made. With hard work, great effort and determination, you have the ability to juggle all the demands that are in front of you. Whether they concern money, business decisions or other projects, it's important to stay flexible and focused. It's the flexible part that the Divine Masculine needs to incorporate into his being. You don't have to do it alone. Reach out for the best advice and assistance. In addition, a financial union or partnership may present itself to you. How is this going to present itself to the Divine Masculine? I feel he's going to become more clearer. He knows, I wanted to sing, how low can you go? He knows that he's very low at the moment. He needs uplifting. And there is only that one person he can think of that can uplift him. So the more time you take to make these vital decisions and choices, the longer it will be before you can move forward. Lucy, let's read the words. Okay. The more time you take to make these vital decisions and choices, and they are vital now, for your well-being, for your legacy, Divine Masculine. Okay. For your life. These are vital life choices now. So the more time you take to make these vital decisions and choices, the longer it will be before you can move toward your goals in the physical material world. The changes that are emerging aren't some random acts or coincidences. They're all part of a positive and larger scheme. Notice the connections with everything, as this will enable you to avoid future problems and conflicts. Notice the connections with everything. Let's look at the bottom of the decks, but I want to Okay, so we have a triumphant success again. Nine of Cups, the Divine Masculine, ready to fulfill his wishes. He's feeling that something's missing, though. Let's read it. Contentment, that's a nice energy to be in. Contentment, achievement, and realisation of dreams. We all want to feel contented at the end of the day, don't we? Yes, we do. It's one thing that we all have in common. A time for enjoyment and celebration, a rewarding emotional life. Someone may be missing from your life and you may feel strangely lonely. Having been through difficulties in the past, now close relationships and warmth abound. Inspiration and creativity. Any obstacles will be easily handled. Good to hear. Make sure you appreciate your blessings. And these are all the things that the Divine Masculine's needing to be prepared for. To know how to appreciate your blessings, especially when it comes to the Divine Feminine. Okay. Inspiration and creativity. Being able to handle any obstacles easily. Okay. Triumphant success. Oh, you know we're going to have to read it. Let's read it. The Ace of Swords. Mental. Indigo border. That's what it says. Mental. Indigo border. Seriously need to sort the nails out. It's okay. Triumphant success. The first of the mental cards signifies that new beginnings and exciting challenges may be before you. By utilising your strength, willpower, determination and focus, there's the potential for you to reign triumphant in many areas of your life. The potential's there. That's what he can see. In traditional tarot, this card represents the Ace of Swords. And since a sword is double-edged, it can cut through all the barriers that hold you back if it's done constructively and with precision. Remember that there's another side to the blade. If you're rash or use it in a destructive way, it could be harmful to yourself and others. Always pause and think before you act. No more destruction. Well, I believe he's going through destruction at the moment, but no more destruction is allowed to enter the Divine Feminine's life. He has to stay clear until he's given like the clearing. This card is a reminder to vanquish negative thoughts from your mind, strengthen and tap into your mental powers, and use clarity with control in order to initiate new ways of thinking. Okay, I feel like the Divine Masculine's being initiated into new ways of thinking. I wanted to get an angel prayer, the power of love shouting out as well. Honour your beauty. Thank you, Jophiel, for helping me discover my inner and outer beauty. Now, seeing as she has a yellow, it's green. I'm a bit colourblind. This green aura around her, and we're talking about kind of meeting halfway in the heart, in the centre of the heart. Okay. And that's what I feel this message is for you, Divine Feminine. Your angels are encouraging you to know that you are more beautiful than you realise. You are perfect in the eyes of God and his angels, and it's time you looked at yourself this way too. Beauty goes beyond vanity and outward appearance, but taking steps towards making yourself feel and look good will help. You have a beautiful heart, and the angels are blessed to guide you. The expanded interpretation. The angels are here to boost your confidence because they can see how harsh you can be with yourself. Your beauty goes beyond looks, but you must see that you are beautiful inside and out because it is the truth. Take some time today to look at what you love about yourself, in the sense of your looks, and what you love about who you are within. These thoughts and acknowledgements will align your soul with God. Archangel Jophiel. Jophiel's name means the beauty of God, and she is the archangel who can help us acknowledge our beauty. She is a wonderful angel who can be called upon to overcome the voice of inner doubt and fear that many of us face. She's like a breath of fresh air and brings a serene, positive energy to anyone who calls on her. She works closely with Archangel Michael to help us overcome negative traits in our thoughts and choices. Okay, let's get another one. Let's see what the guidance is for the Divine Masculine. It's 1, 1, 2, 3. It's like, okay, one step at a time. 1, 2, 3, 3. 1, 2, 3, 3. Spiritual support. Divine Feminine, as you're connecting into this spiritual power, this spiritual support. Dear angels, I allow you to support me as I grow to become more spiritually aware. So, and you're transmuting this energy, I feel. It's definitely the Divine Feminines as a collective, look. So it's like our work that we're doing is being passed on. But the feminine energy here is very balanced and strong and using that to their advantage. Okay, spiritual support. And I feel this support is being transmuted over to the Divine Masculine. So I believe that this is for the Divine Masculine, even though it's showing feminines on here. Look at the 3 orbs here. Don't they look like the root chakra orbs? Look. The alignment, but why are they around the head? Okay. There is more spiritual support around you than you realise. There are angels before you, behind you, above you, and on all sides. These divine beings are here to guide, reassure, and love you. Feel the blessings of the angels who are surrounding you at this time so that they can help you be more at peace and free of any restrictions in your life. You are supported by angels on every step of your spiritual journey. Open your heart and accept this support. I feel that message is being sent to the Divine Masculine. He's realising he has spiritual support all around him. The expanded interpretation. The angelic realm is supporting you at this time with regards to decisions you have made. You have been unsure about some areas of your life, and they want to assure you that all is well and guided. They are offering help with any concerns you have at this time and encouraging you to become aware that they are supporting you in every area of your life, including the challenging ones. Be aware that every part of your life is part of your spiritual journey, and you will be guided all the way. So there's the awareness coming into the Divine Masculine that every part of his life is part of his spiritual journey. Feels the reflection. Okay. The power of love. So we've learned a bit about the left and the right brain today. Trust. You have a strong connection to your soul's loving voice and have faith in your intuition. Trust. Trust that all is well. Affirm that all is well. Okay. And it will be. Trust. When you listen to your soul's voice, you will never go down a path that's not meant for you. You must learn to trust that voice. By honouring the sacred knowledge within you and acting on it, you can manifest great miracles in your life. Your intuition yearns to be heard, and every day you are given opportunities to test your trust in it. As you go through your human journey, pay attention to each instance this voice arises. Notice the significance and don't necessarily dismiss it as a coincidence. Begin to perceive yourself as a part of the flow of life with an ever-expanding part in it. As conflicts and challenges come up, recognise these obstacles as opportunities. The more you accept your inner voice as trustworthy, the easier life becomes. Unfortunately, there are many things in this dimension that you cannot trust. Some people, and sometimes even your own eyes. But no matter what, you can always trust what your intuition speaks. Wow. Let's get one more. So I feel like both counterparts are learning to trust in the universe, in the divine, to deliver. And we have patience. You are able to let the universal energy of transformation move according to its own loving rhythm. Patience. When you demonstrate patience, you are able to take a step back from the distractions of this physical dimension. You're practicing patience, Divine Feminine, beautifully, perfectly. So when you demonstrate patience, you are able to take a step back from the distractions of this physical dimension and live fully in the current moment. You are truly a divine being, and when you reside in your natural state of centeredness and calm, your perceptions and awareness are illuminated. You become painfully aware of how much precious energy can be wasted and misused in the service of fear and anxious anticipation of the future. Instead, as a healer, you need to take the negative energy of impatience and transmute it into the joy of knowing that all things happen at the correct time. As you move through life, it may help to remember that difficult situations are merely opportunities for you to put the power of love into practice. It is challenging enough on the earth plane to understand the behind-the-scenes workings of this three-dimensional world, let alone trying to comprehend or control the sixth and seventh dimensional realities within the divine order. But being open to change and knowing it will occur in its own time is the highest example of patience. You learn to press the pause button on your reactions to life's upsets. Don't fast forward your life, because when you rush through it, you may miss the most significant moments. Life is not a race, it's a journey. In order to bring peace to the outside world, you first must realise patience in your inner world. Good things come to those who wait. Wow. So in order to bring peace to the outside world, you must first realise patience in your inner world. Good things come to those who wait. Let's end with a Mother Mary card. Okay. Whereabouts is she? Our Lady of the Rose Crown. Card number 40. Okay. Let's finish on this message, guys. You are my child and a royal divine being. I protect your spiritual deepening now as you descend further into the living divine heart and know all to be love. All the mysteries reveal themselves to you now. Divine rapture awaits you. I shall keep you grounded and authentic, productive in the world that needs your light, even as I guide you into ecstatic communion with your holy nature. No matter where we think we are on our spiritual path, there is always somewhere and something deeper to experience. Our Lady of the Rose Crown appears when you are about to enter into another level of spiritual experience. This new level will be appropriate and healing for you, taking you naturally along in your spiritual progress. What might be suitable for another is unlikely to be exactly right for you. Our Lady watches over you with all-knowing tenderness and fierce protection. Only what you need will come to you. You have been preparing for this time, quite possibly without realising it consciously. It can take years of preparation to be ready for the next level of spiritual awakening. In order to be prepared, we might have to be challenged in a relationship that really stretches or breaks our heart. In that situation, we are learning to love more unconditionally, to either let the relationship go or stay with it, depending on what is right for us. We might experience weeks, months, or even years of not really knowing, with any certainty, if we are on the right path or living the life we are supposed to be living. In that continued crisis, we are learning how to remain present, to remain open, and to learn to trust, even in the absence of clarity. Or perhaps everything in our life seems to be upside down. A loved one is struggling, or our own inability to resolve an issue that has troubled us deeply for some time and is causing us to feel almost unbearable anguish. No matter what the crisis or challenge, the way that we learn to respond and grow through it provided us with the development that we needed to be able to sustain the next level of divine experience. Love is the most powerful force in our universe. It is in everything and reveals itself in unlimited ways. To encounter this love, to be open to it, ready to receive it and be changed, illuminated, irradiated by it, takes tremendous preparation. Spiritual energy and the presence of the Divine Mother is very real and extremely powerful. It is in some ways like the energy of the sun. It can give life, but equally it can be destructive if we do not acknowledge and manage the effect of its power upon us for good or ill. What is loving and uplifting at one phase of our journey will not necessarily be enough to lift us into the next phase of our journey. For this next phase, perhaps we need more challenge or more loving presence to leave behind what we thought we knew and how we thought we needed to live in order to allow more of the divine to live through us into the world. Our Lady of the Rose Crown comes to tell you that you have been in preparation and now the time is fast approaching or is already upon you, whereby you are opening to more divine realisation. This is a sacred and precious gift and is happening in perfect accordance with your own spiritual growth. She asks that you drop preconceived expectations of how this will manifest and simply be present to what is happening within you and your life now. No matter what you may initially think, what you are being shown right now is more of the divine in its mysterious, creative, funny, and an unfathomable genius. Whether you can make sense of it or not, your heart and soul will be fed by it, strengthened, and empowered to more fully live your divine light and discover who you truly are. A magnificent royal child of the Divine Father and Divine Mother. If you have been wondering about your spiritual growth, or noticing that you judge others less and are able to hold compassion more easily, this oracle comes as a confirmation that yes, You have gone through a spiritual growth spurt, and also more is to come. If you have been feeling as though you have been tested spiritually with a reoccurring issue, this oracle comes with the guarantee of divine success and congratulations as you are passing your spiritual test, and the Mother is in celebration with you. Soon you shall feel that and join her delight. Beautiful message, guys. Have yourself a fantastic day, and I will catch up with you soon. Take care. Much love. Bye for now.